guys, welcome back. So when we last left off this 221, we had just rebuilt its original motor, put it in, but this pickup strip that the shoes ride on was done. It was shot. It's been so saturated with oil, the removing it is just impossible. Well, it's possible to remove it, impossible to keep it in good shape. As you can see, it's torn up pretty badly. And also, I was having problems with this shoe. I tried one of the tips of filling in the hole with solder. Now, it had quite a large hole, like the whole center was gone. Um, it just didn't work. So instead of fighting with it, I mean, I'm sure it's a good tip. Maybe it works like when the hole is this big, right? And you can fill that with solder, that's not a problem. But when it's a huge gaping hole, it's just time to replace the things properly. So I went ahead and I ordered some new strips and shoes. They came in a few days ago, and I'm really happy to have them. They're still the fiberboard, like the originals were, but these aren't all oil-soaked and just generally worn out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the original out, take the nameplate out, put it back on here, and attach the new pickup plate onto the bottom of this 221. This new motor will be ready to go on its newly repainted extra shell. In my parts bin, I had another 221 shell, stripped the thing totally. It wasn't all chewed up at the back like this one. Somebody cut the extra part of the roof off for some reason, don't know why. Drilled a hole back here. They just generally messed it up. So I got another shell. It's curing right now. It's got a nice fresh paint job on it. We're going to swap this motor out for that. But first, I want to make sure this motor runs in that crummy shell. So this here is the strip. So here is your actual copper contact strip where I'm going to solder the wire that goes from the pickup plate up to the E-unit. Let's start by digging this old one out. I want to try to save this nameplate. I think I have a spare already, so I'm not too concerned about it, but the rest of this thing, we can just pretty much tear it out because it's already there. So there we go. Out it comes. This one is done. Finished. So let's get this nameplate off. And just going to flip the tabs up with the screwdriver here. Off she comes. Yeah, that's too bad. I think I can probably pound that flat again, or I can look in my parts bin real quick and see if I have that trim piece. That one's still in good enough shape. I'm not too worried about it. Now, this here, we can get, let's first see how it was soldered in here. It was in this button that it was used. Goes this way. Perfect. So I'm going to get my soldering iron heated up, get that off, and then reattach it to the new one. Just kind of take off some of this oxidization. This isn't an original replacement part. This came from, I'll have to check it out where it came from and put it in the comments section. I've bought several parts from this dealer off of eBay, and it's been a really good experience every time. So I'll get his name, pop it up in the description or in the comments or something, and so you guys will know who it was if you need replacement parts like this. And I mean, like I said, trying to salvage some old pieces, I get it. Sometimes a lot of guys like to keep the original parts as much as they can, but sometimes they just don't work anymore. Soldering iron's heated up. We'll just get this removed. Like so. You are free. And that wire is still in good shape. So we are happy. So now what I'm going to do, is that bare? That is bare insulation. That's not good. I think maybe what I'll need to do, I'm going to drop this motor out, and I'm just going to replace that whole wire. If that's what I'm dealing with, I'd rather not. I need this wire off of here, so I'm just going to pull it up through, get my soldering iron on it, and probably get all the other ones off with it. Well, how many times did I wrap this around? Several by the looks of it. Okay. So we'll be putting the light back on. No big deal. Now let's feed a new wire up through there. Hey, we can get pretty cool here. I've got an original piece of wire that is a good length to do this with a good cloth insulation on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my wire stripper. I am going to strip this and use this. Why not, eh? Why not, I say. So we'll just clean up the end there, like so. Beautiful. Clean up the end on here. Perfect. I like it. Put a little hook in it. Like so, and we can reattach this. Might as well feed it up through right now. Or maybe go the other way in this case. That would be easier. Much easier. Okay, there we go. So let's get our light wire up here and ready for reassembly. Are we all good? Let's tack it down. There we go. That one's not sticking, so I need to get some new solder. Here we go. There it is. Let's get it heated up. Get a nice, that's not what I wanted to happen. There we go. Okay, we're good to go. There's our power wire. There is our light. And we have to find where that bare spot was again and fix that up. There it is. Right there. I do notice with the 221 shell, I think it's a lot tighter in there than I had anticipated, and that's why these things had happened. I noticed I had pinched a couple wires before while putting that shell back on. That'll do. That'll look perfect once the shell's on top. Now, back to what we were originally working on. Let's get that plate hooked up. There we go. Back in business. So now, let's put the whole thing back together. Oh, nameplate. Sheesh. Where did it go? Where did that nameplate go? I know I put it on the bench here somewhere. There we go. Okay. The finishing touch. Let's see if I can get it on without breaking the tabs off. And just get my screwdriver and bend them back down. That one's kind of touching. Let's bend it this way. We line it up, pop it in like that. And the way it's supposed to go is you get your stubby screwdriver and you twist and lower. There we go. Still not the easiest method, but much better than dealing with the original. There we go. So I'm twisting out this way to push this sidewall out, and with the other hand pushing the plate back down in. At least that's the idea. Not quite a piece of cake, but easier to do than the last one. So that's it. It's all in. The shoes are in good shape. Our power wire's hooked up. We got this back in. I don't want to do that again. I'm going to set up a test track and make sure that this thing runs first before we drop the shell back on it. So give me 1 second to clear off the bench and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my test track set up with my little Marks transformer. Let's put some power on it and see what we get. Reverse, neutral, and forward. Okay, so we're back in business with this one. It's working perfectly fine. So it definitely was all down to just a bad pickup plate. So I'm going to stop the video here because I don't really want to show this shell running around, and it's not really that interesting anyways. It's all beat up. We see that the motor runs, and that's awesome. That is a huge win. Replacing that pickup slider shoes was a huge deal. But I don't want to show this particular train running around because it's all beat up. I've got a much better plan in store for it. Part of the video series here was me stripping the paint off of a parts shell that I had, repainting it, and assembling the whole thing, giving myself a nice new clean 221. So stay tuned for the next part of this. I really think you're going to enjoy how this locomotive turns out. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff. Don't forget to hit the like button, the notification bell. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. All of you that have subscribed, you're amazing. Your support is so greatly appreciated. Also, you can jump on over to Redbubble and you can check out some of the Postwar Guy merchandise, t-shirts like this one here. There's some new t-shirts up there. There's some artwork up there. Go on, check it out, have a look at it. Maybe you'll find something. And hey, Father's Day is coming up at the time of this video anyways, that I'm recording this. So anyways, once again, thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.